Hello and welcome back here on my English YouTube channel about my Lego City project called Brickworld. Today's update, we are going back to the old city here in old Brickgate behind the city walls here, as you can see it here, and we're going to rework some stuff we did last time. We were working here and adding some new stuff, preparing for a couple of future updates that are focusing on expanding the missing parts here in the old city. So stay tuned for today's special update, preparing some future stuff. Stay tuned. Just started by adding the next module, and that's my old, not very useful technique I used to get the electricity for all the lightning stuff here, and that's something I need to change, so I'm using that stuff here. These are the connectors from Light My Bricks, and I'm just using that technique to use these connectors also to connect some modules in that direction. As you can see here, I put the one stuff on here, and the other side is now placed on that, so I do not need a USB port for every module. I can just move it here, and when it's connecting, the light is on. So that's a very nice technique. Some other guys already using that, like Bevan's Bricks, and I'm using that now also here in my city, so I can use I do not have to use so many USB ports for every module. It's a lot easier with that technology. That's how it looked last time. I already have removed some of that greenery stuff, and that's what I want to add here. I did these arches here with a lot of hinges and other stuff, and that should be placed here because a lot of people, especially on the German channel, said to me that it looks not so good when we have the city wall on the right side and another wall on the left side. So I'm preparing that to be the lowest level of an old medieval building. So that's the entrance of maybe some old stables, and that's nowadays something else. I'm not right sure what to do with it for nowadays, but it's placed here not in the 90-degree angle, a little bit in another angle to make it look more realistic and to break that 90-degree angle system. It's just very, very important to do a lot of different angles to make it look much more realistic. And I think that's a good idea to have that here. Also started the next module. As you can see, it's separated, but if I'm moving it to the right side, it will seamlessly connect, and it looks very nice. That's the floor, as you can say, of that old stable area here. And yeah, I think just a little bit, some small connection points here. That's something I'm often doing to connect my models a little bit. I'm not using these little pins because it's often very complicated to connect very big models with just these little connection points. So I'm often connecting my models with some studs on the top. That makes it much more easier. And that's the other part of our old stables I have already started is laying on two models, but that's no problem because it's modular, and that's a basic for our old stable system. And as I said, in the future updates, there's going to be a building on top of it. But on the other side here, I have been to the Lego store in Nuremberg here in Germany. I bought some new stuff. As you can see, these are the new paper boxes. The cups are away, and I got some very nice parts here. A lot of these bricks in white and light bluish gray. Also some of these bigger 6x8 plates in white, some little stuff, and I'm very satisfied. That's a VRB package I got for spending so much money, and that's some stuff I got in the Picker Brick Wall here in Germany. And as you can see, next step, I started to put in light here in that area, also some little reds and stuff like that, and I think that's a very nice start for that building. The building on the top will be a lot bigger than that little part here because the building is it's built into the rock wall, so it's the stable are a little bit smaller than the building on top of it. And something else, we have to go up here very, very fast. So I'm thinking about adding some stairs and also adding an elevator for people that are not able to use the stairs. I started working here because we need to go up to that area on the top, because the rest of the city, as you can see here, is a little bit higher. So we need to get up here, and on the right side, as I said, the stairs are already done, and behind that I want to integrate an elevator for disabled people, and then it looks like that. You can see I just added that here, added a new member of my cities, 816 people now in the city, and as you can see, here's the wheelchair driver. As you can say that in English, I'm not sure. It's a guy in the wheelchair, and also added a little light here, so it looks like the elevator is now on the lowest floor. And that's something I think it's a good idea to make it more comfortable for disabled people, so we can go up on the higher floor of that city area here. And yeah, I really like it. It was an idea from the German channel, and I think it's getting much better here in that area here, with that stables part on the left side, the stairs, and also that elevator stuff here. And I really like how it looks when you look down in that, kind of alley. And yeah, that's it, I think, for today. Mainly, we're going to work a little bit more on that stuff in a future update, adding much more stuff here in the old city, going up here, adding some market, parts here, because as you know, there's a fantasy/medieval festival here in the old city of Old Brickgate. That's something I want to integrate in my upcoming updates here, concerning or focusing on that old city part here. And when we are finished with that part and the next table is coming up, we're going to expand the old city part, of course, to the next table. So it's going to be a bigger project coming in the upcoming months and years. So that's a very, very important part today, to get on the right track to how I want to have the look of that old city area here. It's insanely costing a lot of parts here, as you can see, the floor. It's so many parts, also all the greenery stuff, but I think it looks much more realistic with all these little part usage. Also, when you come down, looking here from that old big watchtower down in the city, and later when we are going to add more and more buildings, the buildings will be on top, or the view will on top of that old city wall. And that's the view of the city at the moment. And I do not have so much to say left. As always, write me in the comments what you think, and bye.